This one is for the boys. You might think that I'm talking about people who completely have no game, just doesn't get bitches in any capacity whatsoever. But no, I'm gonna talk about something more serious, something more common. You might be one of those people I'm talking about. Who knows? So let's imagine a person, yeah? A guy to be clear. This guy just doesn't know how to act around ladies. It's as simple as that. Bro cannot maintain a demeanor around girls. His condition is so severe that his reality is different from others. Now, this person might be aware of his situation or not, but that doesn't really matter. Because if he does not know, he's living in ignorance. And if he does know, he's subconsciously living in acceptance. His perception of females is so far from reality that he mentally just doesn't know what females are. Just doesn't understand what, how, who. He just has a basic level of information like these are girls, girl is a gender, girls have a female genitalia. That's it, that's all he knows. It's like 50% of the human population is simply alien to him. These people don't even exist. What are you talking about? Why did I even click on this video? Hold on. This was just an example of an ideal bitchless, if I may. So to understand the guy, let's grasp his origin story. Let's consider two families, yeah? Two ideal example worlds. Stay with me now. One set of parents decide that the world is a bad place and they have to protect their offspring from this world. And even more important, they have to turn this kid into a positively contributing member of the society. So they isolate this kid, safeguarding him from all the bad things in this world, protecting him from becoming a degenerate, avoiding him of all the activities which might potentially lead to more graver issues in the future. That's good, right? And then there is a second set of parents. Now this couple is smart. This couple knows or thinks that completely isolating the kid will render him completely blank of societal norms. So they give freedom to the kid in the name of education, because what better educates than experience, right? Now you might think that this kid will turn out to be better than the first one, right? No, this kid will not just follow the societal norms and standards, but blindly accept them because that's all he ever knew. He will have a sense of belonging and seemingly healthy relationships, but he will adopt any behavior without critically thinking, pursuing all sorts of degenerate behaviors. This reduces him to being nothing more than a sheep. He'll turn into one of those cringy Instagram Reels commentator, because in one field or another, this guy tends to follow the majority, whether the majority is right or wrong. And we all know that the mass is less moral than individual. What's the matter with the first one? You ask. Oh, this one is even worse. See, due to a complete isolation from society, this kid will create a sense of fascination for bad things. Be through curiosity, this kid, somewhere along the way, will turn to bad things. Plus, despite cutting off explicit things, the normal media is still here. And the media, further glorifying or misrepresenting the whole female population, will leave the kid with a completely alien perspective on women. As he grows, his perspective will grow too, which is supported by opinions coming from people just like him. Whether this kid gains media literacy or not depends on whether he lives in acceptance or ignorance. If he lives in acceptance, that's at least better, because at least now he will not comment darker than my nature. But as I said before, it really doesn't matter, because the final outcome will be the same. Here, I coined the word bitchless behavior, a mentality where females are perceived as alien or entirely separate, resulting in an inability to interact or behave properly with them, whether in platonic or romantic relationships, even with friends, relatives, or one's own mother. This persists despite having knowledge about females, example preferences, biology, social norms, and stems from either acceptance or ignorance, one's lack of understanding, often caused by childhood isolation from meaningful connections or the unrealistic glorification of relationships in media. And I don't think that this kind of behavior doesn't affect one's physical life too, because this is illiteracy. Basically, you are neglecting 50% of the world population. Bitchless behavior ripples into every concept of life, be it mental or physical skills, emotional intelligence, or the ability to socialize. And what happens when all of the male population becomes bitchless? I know it's a long stretch, but the number of bitchless people keeps increasing day by day. And I know it's the least of our concerns as a collective race, with our major blunders being war and lack of basic human rights even in 2024. But it's a problem so fundamental that it feels like if this is not solved, then nothing in society will be solved. And if you are a bitchless, don't worry, you're just like me.